Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another stream. Here we are in beautiful Anchorage, Alaska. We're going to be flying, doing some Alaska ops right now. So we're going to be checking out the PMDG 737-800. It did come out. If you haven't already found out, it came out a couple days ago for existing users that have the 2020 version of this plane. It's going to be $30. And then if you don't have the PMDG 737 in 2020, it's going to be $75 for the full plane. And decided to do some Alaska Airlines ops. Alaska Airlines is pretty nostalgic to me, especially in this livery with the blended winglets and the eyebrow windows. It looks amazing. And I haven't really done too many Alaska ops in the state of Alaska since 2020. I think 2020 is my last time I did that. So I think with the new plants and 3D trees and stuff like that, I think it'll make for a really good experience in 2024. So we'll be doing that right now. This first flight, we'll decide if we want to do a second leg or not, depending on timing and stuff like that. This first leg is going to be going over to Kodiak. So our flight is going to go down to Kodiak, and then we'll figure out if we want to go back to Anchorage or hop to another Alaska airport. But yeah, so here we are. Let's go ahead and turn up the sim sounds for you guys. Let me know how the audio is for everything. And yeah, we'll go ahead and pop into the aircraft here. Just gonna turn this down a little bit, kind of get things adjusted here. But yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and pull this up here. All right, let's go ahead and get everything all set up. So first thing we're going to do, go ahead and get the battery switch on, and we're going to go ahead and get the ground power on. That's looking good there. And we'll go ahead and get these set to nav. We'll set this to status. That is looking all good. We'll go ahead and get the fuel pumps on now. And we'll get the no chime, or the chime only, to on. We'll go ahead and get the window heat on, and everything else is looking good. We can go ahead and start up the iPad here. Let's go ahead and pull up the sim brief data. There we go. That is looking all good there. We already have our clearance, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that in a second. But for now, we're going to go to this FMC because my wind wing is set up to the first officer side. So we're going to be doing that. Let's go ahead and go to this. We'll go ahead and request ATIS information. We are at PANC. We'll go ahead and put that in here. We'll select VATSIM. I think Alaska or Anchorage Center is online. And we have Anchorage ATIS online. So we'll make sure we get the ATIS information there. We'll wait for that to populate. All right. Hope everyone is excited for Christmas this year. Coming up fast. I feel like the holiday seasons blew by pretty fast this year. I feel like it was just Halloween the other day, and then boom, Thanksgiving, and boom, Christmas. I feel like every year it's like that though. Everything just happens so back to back, so fast. All right, there we go. We got our message here. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we got information Quebec. It's going to be pretty windy here in Alaska. I think in Kodiak it's going to be windy as well. So right now we got 340 at 15, but it's gusting up to 24. 10 satchel miles of visibility. It's clear, and it's going to be minus 13 degrees Celsius here and minus 22 in the dew point. And then the The altimeter is 3006. Arrivals expect visual or RMP runway 33. Departing runway 33. No Addons. Clearance to be back. Your squawk code only. VFR aircraft see direction of flight. We'll see during taxi. Advise when you have information Quebec. All right, cool. We do have information Quebec. With that being said, we go ahead and get set up here. We'll go to position. We'll put in our current airport, which is Anchorage, Alaska. We'll go ahead and put GPS left. We'll bring this over and bring that here. We'll go next page. We'll put in Anchorage. And then, let's see, where was the code? It's PADQ. PADQ. We'll go ahead and put that in there. Perfect. We'll go ahead and request the plan. We'll go to SimBrief. We'll go ahead and just load in the payload. We'll set the fuel. And we'll go ahead and select the route as well. And while we're doing that, let's go ahead and start the boarding process here. Even though it's going to mess things up because it always is the first officer's FMC, but oh well. All right, here we go. We'll go ahead and load in the flight plan. We're Alaska 71 today. Waiting for the uplink here. There we go. We'll go ahead and activate, execute, and let's go ahead and take a look at our clearance today. So here we are. We are, let's see, our route's pretty much the same. So we're going to go to TED and then Shuya, Victor 438, ODK, and then right into the approach. To altitude is going to be 26,000 feet. Squawking 4511. Clear the Anchorage 1 departure. So Anchorage 1 departure off of runway 33. We'll go ahead and execute that. Radar vectors, first fix, and then maintain 4,000. I'll go ahead and set that into my MCP here by WinWing. And then departure frequency is going to be 132.3, and we'll expect runway 33 for our departure. Sounds good to me. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the charts here. I'm just curious to see, you know, what we could expect for the approach into Kodiak. So let's go ahead and pull up Kodiak here. Let's get the weather, see what they have for us. It's 300 at 10, gusting 18. Let's go ahead and see. We go to info, we go to runways. So it looks like runway 26 could be in use for us. Or runway 29 would be the best, but runway 29 is definitely way too small. I mean, hold on. Let me check this out. What's the runway 29? I mean, it's not the smallest, but I'd rather have runway 26 and give us an extra amount of what's it called? Room for the runway. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the procedures. Let's go to arrivals, or approaches, I should say. We'll go to runway 26. What do we got here? Coming in from the north would do the RNAV. What is it, a VOR approach? VOR DME, runway 26. That could be spicy. Let's see. Let's go to arrivals. VOR DME runway 26. I mean, let's try it. And then we'll go to, I mean, what's this waypoint again? How do I get out of this? Go to info again. Cynic. So okay, perfect. We'll go direct from Cynic. Approach. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do approach, and it's going to be the VOR runway 26 from Cynic. That's the approach fix. I'm doing 10 DME arc. Sounds good to me. We'll go ahead and do that. All right. So it looks like it's going to be CTAF or Tower when it's online, but who knows if Anchorage Center is going to be online by then. All right, that's the plan. Reload that up. We'll go ahead and make sure everything is looking good there. We'll go to Cynic. There we go. All right, perfect. We are all loaded up. So that's looking good there. We go ahead and move this over here. That's looking good. We'll go ahead and go to route again. We'll go to Perfinite. We'll load in our 0 fuel weight. We'll get reserves on. And right now our cost index is going to be 11. We're cruising on flight level 260. What's up, Curtis? Oh, geez, I forgot. If I can load fast enough, I'll join. All right, sounds good, Curtis. Sounds good, man. I know it was a last-minute stream, so you don't have to. Don't worry. Let's go ahead and do takeoff performance out of here. Runway 33. It's going to be flaps 556 for the selected temp. We'll go here, flaps 5. We'll go ahead and load that in here, and we'll go ahead and load in the V speeds. 146 is going to be our V1 or V2, I should say. All right, that is looking all good there. Everything is all set up the way we want it to be. We'll go ahead and get that to RTO. And that is looking all good. Let's go ahead and monitor Anchorage Tower 132.3. 132.3. Now let's just do a quick check here. Okay, my yoke is working. We see that's working. All right, cool. Just want to make sure. I don't know if this is a sun, like I know in Alaska in the wintertime it's dark, right? It usually gets pretty dark. So we might have to change the time once we get going. But it looks like it was a sunrise / sunset right now. But it's been like that for a little bit, so maybe it'll stay like this. If so, it'll make for a really scenic flight over to Kodiak. Also, guys, if you see me looking at my phone a lot, it's because I'm in the championship game for fantasy football.